Hello Libra, and welcome to your mid-October 2021 reading. I'm really excited to help you look in the sun, moon, and rising signs of the Libra collective. This is a general reading and will not resonate with everybody, but remember that the energies can be reversed, so assign the rules as you please. If the reading does not resonate with you, just stick around because there may be something in it you need to hear. These messages are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you're brought to this channel in this reading, that there's probably something in it for you. It doesn't matter if it's been a year from now or 10 days from now or an hour later. It really doesn't matter. Just check it out. During this reading and all of my readings, the angels are bringing the Holy Fire Reiki energy to you. If you're wanting to know about the 1010 portal that we just went through on October 10th, check out the video that's right above at the top of the screen. And I always have suggested videos at the end. I am doing personal readings, so check out the link in the description box down below for my website. If you like this reading or entertained in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. This way you get notified as soon as I post something new. What we're doing today for the 15th on until the end of the month is we're still in Mercury retrograde. That will go stationed on the 18th, and then the closer we get to November, the energy will lighten up and lighten up. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to specifically look at the Justice card. And this is actually the card of Libra, because Mercury retrograde is in Libra. So I want to see the energy that's happening around this retrograde until the end. Some of you guys already know what's happening because you're in the middle of it. And you've seen things resurface and you have re-examined things. This time period that you may be re-experiencing will be between the years of 1994 and 1999, and also 2005 and 2008. Those are going to be the things that may be resurfacing for you. So if you see something in your life right now, go back in time and start to see, was there other things that were happening similarly in those time periods that are happening right now, and what did you do in those instances, and what can you do differently? Because time is not linear, it's multidimensional, so we're living in multi time periods at the same time. We have different timelines happening at the same time. So while you're healing your adult self, you're actually healing the aspects of your child as well. So that's why we go back into our childhood and re-examine the things. And I get people all the time who say, what is my soul purpose? Everybody's soul purpose here is to learn love. Everybody's soul purpose here is to learn self-worth. Now, God gave you gifts that you can utilize in order to help you learn more about yourself and how to love yourself. But those gifts aren't necessarily your soul purpose. They're gifts. They're things that you, in your soul contract, decided that you wanted to bring those into this life experience for you. So sometimes people get caught up, and I did that too. For the longest time, I was like, oh, I sing well, so my soul purpose must have something to do with singing. And so, no, I think that just was a way of connecting back into the divine. There's a reason why I like to sing, is because I always thought that it was because when I got on stage, it felt like I was a different person, and I was able to express myself and share feelings with people without it actually being me. Like I could be within the character that I was portraying in like musical theater or something like that. I could be the character and really live in that experience and help. And I was thinking I was able to heal myself in that way. But if I did that, I wouldn't be here helping you with your life experience. So my sole purpose was to heal myself so that I would be able to access these gifts to where I could help you on your journey. So it's very interesting how we sometimes get stuck in the fact that we think that our gifts are where we're supposed to be living. I think the gifts are where we're supposed to be healing and learning who we are and loving ourselves, and then that will open up the doors maybe for something different. This card is the card of Libra. We're going to take a look at that. It is about balance and perception and objectivity. You could have been looking at through this whole retrograde, so I want you to be introspective for a moment and think about during this retrograde, what was it that you were looking at? Was it for the home? Did you have legal issues coming up for you about your property that needed to be resolved? Were there contracts that needed to be signed? Were there ways that you were making progress in your home? Let's look at relationships. Because there's a lot of people in the world. We're all going to experience it differently. So let's talk about relationships. What does Libra do for relationships? Libra balances out the practical issues that are important, focusing in on the emotional aspects, like are your emotional needs being met in your relationships? It's about finding the right balance between work and relationship as well. So some of you guys are not balanced in either one of those. Some of you guys are focusing too much on relationships and disregarding your work. Some of you guys are focusing too much on work and putting your relationship on the back burner. You may be getting tested at work. You may be having different job interviews or negotiations, and those things can be really successful during the Libra time period. So if you're switching a job, hopefully it was one that you were already looking at, or you were already looking at this move before the retrograde came in. But if you haven't had those yet, then you might get them till the end of the month, because we are in the Libra time period. During this time, you may have been more frugal with your money during this financial period. But money matters will improve as we get closer to the November period. So you may have seen in Congress how they're going back and forth about the debt ceiling. You know, are we going to be getting a stimulus? Yes, no. What things are we going to be doing? It's just like this back and forth ping pong ball that they're throwing. And what we're going to see is that it's going to start to balance out as we get out of the retrograde and go closer to November. So during this time, you may have felt like balance at work and your relationship and your money issues have spiraled out of control. And now it's time to recognize the dishonesty, you know, the things that are being treated unfairly. Maybe you've gotten bad advice from people or trusted people that you shouldn't have trusted. It's time to speak your truth and find your voice and stay strong in your values. So the Justice, she is all about right values and rewarding fairness. She's very logical in the way that she influences things during this time period. It is a card of empowerment and advising you to take the left brain approach to take control. Listen to the advice from people around you that you do respect, because she could be putting different people, this energy could be putting different people in your life to help you get through the injustices of the unfairness that were not happening, so that you could take a look at the things to help you be more stable in your life. Okay, Libra, let's check out the Libra energy that we were just talking about. And you guys just had Libra month, and happy birthday to those who have a birthday this month. All right, very exciting. We need to see what's going on. I know that there's all kinds of things happening with Libra, because we're talking about balance of relationships, and oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I want to thank all the people who've already subscribed to my channel and supported me to 2,000. If you're new here, and thank you for coming and checking out my channel. I want to thank all the people who've donated, clicked on the link in my description box, got personal readings from me, watched the ads associated with this video, watched my videos multiple times, like, share, and subscribe. I'm going for a goal of 3,000 subscribers. If you've not yet subscribed and you want to help this channel, then please take a second to do so now. If you think you're already subscribed, please make sure that you are, because sometimes YouTube takes off subscribers. Okay, Libra. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have the Ace of Pentacles associated with the Two of Swords. So we have a new beginning. Let me get these all situated. We have a new beginning with that Ace of Pentacles, which is very beautiful. It is prosperity and property. So we already know that we have contracts and things like that, property contracts, soul contracts that Libra is ruling over here. It's about your happiness and your contentment. We do know that money is going to be coming quickly. So if you didn't get the money that you needed during the Mercury retrograde, it's going to be coming quickly now, all the way until the end of November. You're going to be receiving gifts or some kind of opportunity, and you're just basically going to get everything that you need. And it's coupled with this Two of Swords. So we're at a crossroads with some of it. And maybe you might be weighing a tough decision, or maybe you've been in an impasse of some sort, and you've just been weighing the options, or maybe even avoiding it. But maybe during the retrograde you had indecision or some confusion, or just maybe information overload, and it was just too much and you had to just take a break for a moment. Let's see where we're going to be going with that sort of information, where we headed to. So that was the lessons that were coming up for you, is the decisions that you are making around property and your prosperity and your happiness and those types of things. The present situation is this Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is about good news. So there we go. You got the good news coming in. You have the communication coming in that you've been waiting for. It's definitely something you can trust. Remember to always check details, especially when you're dealing with contracts and things like that and legal things. Make sure you're always checking the details. You might be expressing yourself, or somebody may be coming to you. Somebody may text you something very expressive in writing, or you might do that as well to someone else. There's definitely an energy of wanting to get your thoughts and your opinions and expressing yourself. The action that needs to be taken, or the events that will occur, is this Emperor energy. Now, we're going to be talking about the Emperor energy in full detail later on, like the next thing that we're going to do in this video. And this is the Aries full moon. So the next thing that's going to happen is the Aries full moon. So it's moving out of that Libra energy, because we just had a Libra new moon. Now we're moving into Aries full moon. And that is going to be really good for you, because it's going to be fiery energy. It's about taking control back in your life, standing really strong in your truth, creating more structure in your life. Anywhere you felt like you had lack of discipline, it's going to start to level out and balance out for you. It could be a father figure coming into your life, or someone that has that father figure energy, which is really cool as well. The energy of taking care of you and, just being there for you, and the support. I think that's what I'm hearing. Okay, the other thing that I'm hearing with this card is the thing that needs to be weighed up for you is that you have to look at are you being too controlling? Is somebody being too controlling of you? Because that's the shadow side of the Emperor, is domination over something else, excessive control. And those things are the things that really need to be balanced and weighed up in this situation. The next step for you also is going to be this Knight of Swords, which is a great energy for the next step. The Knight of Swords is a very sudden, unexpected truth that goes in your favor. Very driven, strong sense of self. You're going to be able to see the truth. There might be a little bit of stress over the truth, but it's going to be beautiful, because this is the card that I always want when I know that my intuition is right, but I haven't yet seen it happen in the 3D reality. Like I've heard it on the 5D dimensional reality. My angels and guides have told me. I've had multiple confirmations and different sources about stuff, but I have yet to seen it in 3D reality. This is when the 3D, it's almost like the 5D reality breaks through into the 3D reality. And so all of a sudden it's this higher realm coming in and showing you everything that you need to see. And it's like, wow. It's just a really aha, wow moment. And those are always really fun. And the outcome for this Justice energy is going to be the 9 of Wands, which is that you might be a little unsure of someone's motives, and it might make you feel like you want to be defensive. And they're saying that there's no reason for you to do that. It's interesting that they gave me this card, because at first I was like, what are you talking about? When I saw this card, because it's could be defense or something like that. This card is generally about resilience and grit, and this is okay. So that's what it is. The person that could be coming in your direction sees this as the last opportunity, or the last chance that they have with you, or something like that. And that's creating the motivation that they need in order to come forward to you in a better way than they ever have. So you might feel exhausted or fatigued from all of this stuff that's been going on. And this is a card of resilience. But it's also a card of the person who's coming to you being like, I really screwed the pooch on that one too many times. You know what I mean? And I need to be coming right. I need to come right to Libra. I can't do this anymore to them, to Libra. I can't. I want to dive into that just a little bit more before we move on, because I want more clarity, and then we'll move on to the Aries full moon next. Okay, so let me see if I got anything else on that. What is the outcome of this situation? I understand resilience. I understand all those things, but I really feel like Libra has been resilient all along. So maybe there's more to it. So somebody didn't recognize you as a gift. They had devil energy around it. They were very trapped in their own situation. The moon is going to illuminate that. So the more we go into the moon energy, it's going to explain this a lot better. So I think we should jump right into that next, because I have somebody coming towards you, and the moon energy is going to be really important for that relationship. So, all right, guys. Okay, so the next card that we're going to talk about is the Emperor. And the reason why is because there's a full moon in Aries on the 20th. We just got out of a new moon in Libra. And then we had the 10-10 portal, which was super crazy. And now we're moving into the energy of Aries moon. The Emperor, he is about control, security, order, and ambition. When it comes to your home, the things that you might be noticing is, are things running smoothly? Are things in order? And do you have the right boundaries and protection? So this is an interesting thing. You can use black salt to go around your house, and that will protect your house from negative energy. That is just a spiritual thing that you can do if you want to. And it's about setting boundaries within your home, outside your home. Maybe you have people who come and they just come without being announced. I don't like that, actually. It's not one of my things. If you're coming to my house, you got to text me and let me know that you're coming. You can't just like stop by. I'm not into that. But in a relationship, you might have a new partner. You might be focusing on a new partner. It might be about planning for the future, or loyalty in love. Like, is your partner loyal, or are they cheater? You know, do they cheat on your money? Do they cheat on your love? Do they cheat? What kind of person are you with? In career and money, it could be about like how your finances are organized, how you balance your expenditures, the things that you might feel are unfair, or do you have fairness at work? And then, are you being stifled in your creativity when it comes to work? Like, are you able to express yourself? The more negative aspect of the Emperor is very power hungry. He's very excessive with his demands. He has a lot of negative traits associated with the traditional masculinity, such as being domineering, controlling, and even cruel at times. And another aspect of the Emperor is greed. The Emperor is really good at setting boundaries, but when we're in a negative energy of the Emperor, we might have problems with drawing the line with people, or maybe we use excessive force and persuasion to get what, somebody's using that either for you, or you're using it to other people to get exactly what you want. So it could be very manipulative as well. The other issue with the Emperor card and this energy is that people might have problems with authority figures. So, gosh, I hope not, but there could be some problems with, like, we might be seeing things surfacing where people are not respecting the law, or respecting, like, the cops. If the cop pulls them over, you might see a lot of those types of things coming up. But the Emperor can be a very, very domineering person, very egotistical, and narcissistic. Now, if you look at the card of the Emperor, like we're looking at the card of the Justice, he's wearing a red cloak, which is about armor, having your armor on. So the Emperor is not as vulnerable. He's not a vulnerable person. He doesn't like to show his vulnerabilities. But he is very good at taking action. That's why it's the card of Aries, because Aries takes action. Aries is the ram. So Mars is the ruler of this planet, and that's why. The red cloak also represents taking action and being in the material world. So this person doesn't like to stay too much in the 5D. They like to stay in the 3D and muscle and grit their way through life. The crown that sits on the Emperor's head is about the higher self and shows how the Emperor is very autonomous and self-directed. It also shows that the Emperor is very self-contained and very self-reliant. The sun is moving into Scorpio, and Scorpio's secrets. I forgot to tell the other signs that. All right, let's go ahead and pull those cards for the Emperor energy. Same thing, 4-card spread. It's a little bit different, though, about what we're going to be looking at. So the Emperor energy is about someone who wants it their way. So I think, Libra, you've had someone in your life that's been emotionally controlling, selfish, insecure, jealous. Yeah, a leader, but they have a hard time overcoming their own challenges. They're impulsive, they're overbearing. So the Emperor energy has all 4 kings in them. So they could be good, it could be bad, it could be good, like mental clarity and intellectual and powerful and all those things, but then it could also be the shadow side of all of those things. All right, so let's move into this. All right, 3 and 4. So what do we have? We have a manifestation card right there. That is your wishes being fulfilled and being done with something. Very good. So let's talk about this a little bit more. The Nine of Cups is about your own satisfaction, your own emotional stability. Maybe you have lacked true joy and you've been dissatisfied about something in your life. And so that's what's the Emperor energy, the full moon, is going to lighten up and help you see. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is like this painful ending is actually coming to a close. It's an ending for sure, so that the new beginning can come in. You might have had some deep wounds of betrayal and loss, and so maybe you've been looking at releasing those for the retrograde, for the Jupiter moving forward again, and then the Mercury moving forward again. And so maybe that was a wish that you had, is just to recover from this or regenerate. And yeah, it's really good. So let's see what energy you have in the present situation is standing your ground and knowing your truth and knowing what you want. So this is the Seven of Wands. So it's about perseverance, maintaining your control of your emotions, not giving up, having confidence within yourself, even on the times when you feel really, really overwhelmed. So the shadow side of this card is overwhelmment, but I really feel like it's going to be perseverance through the overwhelmment. And so those of you who've been really, really overwhelmed, you're going to start to feel that energy lighten up because of that card right there. The past issue that you are faced with during the full moon energy is this Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is either something was too fast for you that you couldn't hold on as it was going through, or you felt like there were blocks and you just couldn't get anything done the way that you needed it to be done. And that's the past energy, is that you just weren't really successful maybe in your writing or anything that you've been vicious and fired up about. It's just like every time you tried to do something, it blocked. It was like, oh my gosh. So the past energy is that you wanted to take action on these things, but it just never was the right timing just yet. It's also a card of communication, meaning the past energy was maybe you've been waiting for communication, maybe there's been some blocks for some communication, something like that. Or it's just not like the right timing to have the conversation or something like that is the past energy. The full moon is going to illuminate that. Your hopes and fears are the Lover's card. You just want your lover. You know what I mean? You just want your lover to come in. You just want, it could be the twin flame that's never came in. It could be that you just aren't getting the love that you need from the person. Maybe you don't have harmony in your relationship. Maybe your values don't really align. Maybe the divine choices that have come out are just not the ones that you want right now. It could be about your self-love. It's about like the imbalance that we're talking about with Libra, the Justice card. Maybe you're just feeling really imbalanced in the love area and you really, really just want this to happen and really just want this to move through. The outcome is the Five of Pentacles. And that is recovery from spiritual poverty or even financial poverty. So there's going to be some sort of recovery that's happening. Maybe you had a lack mindset, or maybe somebody else did, and maybe they couldn't come to you because they were living in lack. They were living in their poverty mindset. Maybe they worried about everything. I'm going to dive into this a little bit more because I know that lovers is the thing that you want. You want your love. So let's find out what that is. Love can be any relationship, guys. It doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. It can be, but you're wanting this love. So let's find out a little bit more about that. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords coupled with the Seven of Pentacles, transformation, being done with something, and a karmic lesson. All right, so the outcome is this reunion of this person that left you out in the cold. I'm glad I clarified that. They're going to bring their sword of truth to you, and that is Archangel Michael's sword of truth. And this is about someone who, they see the bigger picture with you. They want to take some risks with you. They understand that you have a lot more life experience than they have, whether you're older than the person or not. It doesn't matter. They just know that you see the truth in the bigger picture, and they're going to come to you with the truth. About this long-term view that they have of you, that they want you in their lives forever. They just love you. And they're transforming, or they have transformed the way that they see you and the way that they see themselves. And it's about putting those burdens down and the responsibilities that are causing resentment and causing them maybe to be ugly for you, to you. And it's a soul contract. So that is what the full moon is going to highlight for you, is this soul contract. The Lovers, we have the wish fulfilled, and some communication coming in for you guys. We have 2 things of communication when it revolves around this Lovers card. So the full moon is going to highlight something in the Lovers realm. So since we have Lovers, let's see what this is. We'll get some love cards as well. And there we go. Let's see what we have. Clarify the outcome, please, or what's going on with Libra in their love life. So we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, start to flirt, and free yourself. Take back the control of your life. Control your life. Some of you guys have a past life relationship coming in. So yeah, all those are beautiful cards. Well, let's get some, what are they thinking about you? I know we've had some confusing things happening with Libra and their lovers. Libras don't know where they stand sometimes with their lovers. Sometimes they do. It's been super confusing this year. So let's find out what we can at least see. All right. You and I were too young. I still wait for a sign from you. I remember every detail of that day, and I'm starting to understand our connection. I want you. And I'm becoming a better person. So there you go. That's all the lover stuff. All right, guys. Libra, if you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. If you want to see the October reading, it's on the screen for you. And also your playlist. So thank you so much for staying. And you guys have a great night. I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.